for clicking on this video. Girl! My nail polish matches my shirt. See that? Okay, so anyways, thank you guys so much for clicking on this video. Today, I worked this morning and I got home and I finished up a Christmas present that I'm not going to say what it is because that one person might be watching, so I'm not going to say what it is. But I got home, like I said, did that present and I'm like in a good mood. Like I'm singing Christmas music to the top of my lungs. I'm home alone. My sister just went to work, so I thought I would get out of my nasty work clothes and put on a cute little top. I actually just got this shirt. I haven't worn it yet from my grandma. She got it for me for Christmas. It's by Victoria's Secret, the pink or whatever. And it's just like a little like long sleeve shirt. And oh my gosh, you guys, it's so comfy. I hope, you know how like things are comfy and then like you wash them and then they don't like have that like nice soft like inside anymore. I don't know if it's even a thing, but I just hope it doesn't lose this feeling. It feels so comfortable. And it matches my eyes because I have like blue-green eyes, so. And the sun is almost down, so I wanted to film and have the natural lighting and stuff before it gets dark. So yeah. So anyways, I thought I would do something a little bit different today. I kind of want to do like a story time. I just thought like I'm in a good mood. I have my makeup done, like, you know, I'm doing my thing and I want to film a video. Like I'm home alone, why not? I want to film a video. So I actually just filmed one yesterday. But yeah, so anyway, so I think I wanted to do like this new thing. It's like just story time. I was quite a child growing up. Just growing up, I feel like I have so many crazy stories and I've had such a crazy like childhood. Not crazy like in a bad way, but like just like, I don't know, like I just have so many like funny stories and like interesting stories and like scary stories and like I'm still quite the person. I'm crazy. Like if you know who I am personally, like I'm crazy. Like I'm delusional. So I thought it would be nice to do like I don't even know how long this is gonna be. It's not a long story at all, but it's definitely a story that I like to tell people because it seems so unreal. So my story today is how I got lost in the woods and I was by myself and like what happened. Like I grew up like always like wondering what it would be like to be like in the woods by yourself. You know, like my dad was a very big hunter. And then like, so I was always out in the woods. Like when we lived in the trailer park, my sister and I always used to take the 4-wheeler up in the woods and like go. I was very adventurous. Like I was a tomboy. I always say like tomboy like that because like I would say like, oh, I'm so country, I'm so this, I'm so that, but it's like I don't know, like I was also girly, so like I thought I was so country and so tomboyish, but growing up as like a younger child, I think it was more tomboyish, but once I got into like high school, like it kind of changed. Like in middle school, the start of middle school, I was kind of, I don't know, I was like both, I guess. Like thinking about like, I like went to school like wanting to look nice and look pretty and like, you know, do the makeup and do the nice clothes and do the jewelry and the earrings and all that good stuff. But then when I got home, like I got in sweatpants and a t-shirt or sweatpants and a sweatshirt and like went outside. Like 2012, I posted a thing on my Facebook. I don't know if you guys like know what I'm talking about, but like, you know how like it has like the time hop or whatever and like you can like see what you posted however many years ago on that same day. Well, I posted like a stupid post and was like, oh, I just love tearing up that one corner of my yard with the 4-wheeler. Like I was so like, I try to be like so country or whatever. So anyways, this was, oh goodness, when was this? 2014? It was like the summer of 2014. Okay, so I was with Tyler for just over a year. And this is before my parents got divorced. We were living on a road in where I grew up, in the town I grew up, and like it was like no one really knew like how to get there, and like I lived like basically in a huge field with a whole bunch of woods, like a whole bunch of state land right behind me. So like we owned 3 acres, but then like the rest of the yards and stuff were like the people next to us, and then also state land. It was when I turned 16, so yeah, that was in 2014. So I had this job that I worked that night around like 4 o'clock, whatever it was. So it was me, Tyler, and then my dad, and then Tyler's dad. All 4 of us, you know, we got on the 4-wheeler, and then we had like a trailer behind the 4-wheeler, like a little like wagon thing that would like like hitched to the four-wheeler, I guess, I don't know. And Tyler and I like sat in the little wagon thing, and then Tyler's dad and my dad were on the four-wheeler itself, and we drove up or whatever. And we drove up far into the woods, like further than I wasn't familiar with, because like I said, like I always was adventurous at the trailer park, and then we moved to the road that I was talking, like my house. And like we had a whole bunch of land. There was a huge corral in the back. They used to do like horse shows like back in the day. So like it was a whole bunch of land, and like we had trails up there with the four-wheelers and everything. So like we had a whole bunch of land up there, and I was familiar with most of it, but we went outside of what I was familiar with, if that makes any sense. Like, so after that, the boys got off. Even Ty was like, okay, like, do you want to come with us and go set up the tree stand? And I was like, no, like, I have to work soon. Like, I don't want to get dirty. I didn't want to get up and like do all that. I'll just sit in the wagon and wait for you guys to get back. So then, I didn't have my phone on me. I don't think anyone had their phone on. So it was like, I want to say it was like almost a half hour, and they still weren't back. I saw like the direction where they went. So I was like, you know what, fine. I'll just get out and find where they were. It wasn't, how hard is that? Like, it's a huge thing of woods, and I could be like, hello, like scream for them, and I could hear them. So it wasn't like, in my head, I was like, oh, I'll find them. It'd be like, I had no, like, I was like, hey, whatever, you know? So I was like going down the direction that they went, and I was like probably walking for like 15, 20 minutes, just walking. And I only had shorts on and like a t-shirt or a sweatshirt. But I definitely had shorts on, and then I had my dad's big Crocs, because I wasn't planning on walking or anything. Like these huge Crocs that even fit me, that kept falling off, and I was just walking and walking and walking and walking, and then like after 20 minutes of walking, I was like, okay, something's not right, because like I don't know like where they are. Like I don't hear them, I don't see them. Like I had no idea, so I was like, that's weird. So I started yelling for them and like asking where they were. Nothing at all, and I'm like, okay. So I was like, maybe I'll just go back to the four-wheeler, you know, and just wait there like I told them I was gonna do. I was just gonna wait there. So I was like, whatever, I'll just turn back around and go, like I said, wait at the four-wheeler. So then I'm walking back, and all of a sudden I see this huge hill. I'm like, where am I? Like I didn't see this huge hill before. I was like, where am I? Like I don't remember seeing this huge hill before. Like I had no idea. So like, okay, now I'm freaked out because I don't know where I am. I got to this like point where it was like a huge hill. Like it was just like flat and then the hill, but I ended up getting to a point where it was all like hill, and I'm like, okay, now I'm really like, okay, so at this point it was like probably almost 45 minutes to an hour of just straight walking trying to find them. So I'm screaming. I was so scared. I've never been more scared in my whole entire life. I swear to God. We've seen bears before. We've seen wolves. We've seen coyotes. There's stuff out there. And I was just freaking out. I was like screaming. I lost my voice that night. I was screaming to the top of my lungs, like just yelling. I was like, Dad. I was like, Tyler, Rob, like, where is he? Like, where are you guys? And nothing. And then I just waited there. I was like, maybe I can hear the four-wheeler, or maybe I can hear them walking or shout back. And I was like, hello. All of a sudden, like, I heard the four-wheeler, and I'm like, oh my God, I hear them. So I'm like, hey. And of course, the four-wheeler's running. They can't hear me scream over the four-wheeler, like yards and yards away, if not hundreds of yards away. So I was like, hello. And then, like, I heard the four-wheeler get, like, loud, and then all of a sudden, like, it started to, like the noise, like, fainted away. And I'm like, oh my God, they just drove away. They think I'm down at the house or something. Like, they think I'm, like, walked home. So I'm like, oh my God. And it started to sprinkle, and I'm like, oh my God, like, I'm gonna, like, get hypothermia. Like, I was thinking, like, the worst things ever. And I was like, oh my, like, it's different when you're, like, in the moment. I don't know, like, thinking back, I feel so silly, but it's, like, seriously, like, I was scared shitless. Neighbors have, like, a big barn, and they have, like, 4 horses or 2 horses, and so anyways, like, I'm walking, just keep walking the same direction. I'm like trying to like look around, and all of a sudden I see horse poop, and I'm like, oh my God, like that's horse poop. That means like someone's close. There's horses around. Like there's somebody close around here. So after that, I like was trying to follow the horse poop, I guess. I don't know. Like there wasn't any trails or anything, but like I kind of went a certain way towards the horse poop. I don't know, it's like hard to explain, but I like was, and then all of a sudden I see tire tracks, and I'm like, oh my God. I was like, thank goodness. I was like, I just gotta walk, like I'll be fine. Thank God. I was like, thank you, Lord. So then all of a sudden I was like walking, and there's like, they were doing like some type of construction, like the state was, with like, they were tearing down trees and stuff. Big tires from like big machines. Probably 50 yards away from my house on the right, like they kept all the big machinery there for like the state and when they were knocking down the trees and stuff. And I remember always seeing that whenever I go on walks, like I always saw that the big machine was there. So I just followed the tracks, and all of a sudden I see pavement, and I'm like, oh my God, I think this is the road. So I'm literally running, like I was just like, come on, like I'm just trying to get to the pavement. And as soon as I got to the pavement, I'm like, oh my God, this is my road. Like I know where this is. Like this is the machinery that I always see. Like it was just like, I finally like, I did like a huge like U or something. Like you guys, oh my God, it like stresses me out talking about it. Like I just go down my hands and knees. I'm like, oh my God, like thank God. Like I was so scared. Oh my God. So then after that, I'm like, Dad, and I'm like obviously screaming and crying. So I'm like so thankful. I'm like, oh my God. And then like I was just like so in shock. My adrenaline was through the freaking roof. And my dad was like, Taya. And I was like, Dad, and he could hear me. I was so excited, like so happy. So then after that, he like ran through, like we had like a little like hunter's cabin that wasn't ours. He like ran through their yard, and I'm like, Taya, he's like, Taya, and I'm like, hi. I'm like, oh my God, like I want to cry. I felt so bad for myself. Like I was just sitting there, I'm like, oh my God, like what just happened to me? I thought like I would find you guys, and I couldn't find you guys. And he's like, oh my God, he's like, you had me worried. Like I thought I lost you. I'm like, yeah, no shit. Like I thought I was gonna be missing, like a missing child. I see Tyler, I see Rob, they hug me, and it's been like probably, I want to say it was probably 2 hours maybe. It was 2 hours since I've seen them last. I get back to the house, and Tyler was like, oh my God, like look at your legs. And I was like, what? And I look at my legs. I walked through so many prickers, and my legs were all scratched up. I was still so like shaken over the fact that I was lost. Like I didn't know where I was. I didn't know what was gonna happen to me. So anyways, I get inside, I wash up and everything, and like my feet were so swollen. Like I had to take the Crocs off, and I was like walking because I couldn't walk in them. So I just had to like walk barefoot through like the thorns, through the bushes, through the, the woods. I had scrapes on the bottom of my feet because I was walking on sticks, and like I can't ever go somewhere without my phone. Like if I don't have my phone, I start to freak out. So Tyler told me that he called my ex-boyfriend that lived down the road from me on the same exact road but lived down the road. He texted or called him and made sure that I wasn't down there. He's like, did Taya go down? Like, we can't find her. Like, she's nowhere to be found. And like they called my work and said they asked if I went to work early or something. If I had to choose like the most scariest part in my whole entire life, that would be probably one of the close, top ones. But you guys, it was literally like the most scariest thing I've ever had to go through. I like telling the story just because like you never imagine like actually being like, I would always imagine like being lost in the woods and like trying to figure out how to get back home, but like once you're actually in and you're actually in the place, like it's so scary. Like you literally think you're gonna die. It always gets brought up, like my mom or Tyler always brings it up, and it's like, oh my God, like yeah, Tay got lost in the woods. It was like kind of funny, and like yes, it's funny now because I was stupid and like didn't know. I don't know. It's stupid kind of now, but like back then, like 4 years ago, almost 4 years ago, like that was like, I remember going to work that night and I was like still like still so shooken up about it. I'm like, oh my God, I'm alive. Like I was so like on edge that whole entire night because I was just so like, I was so bad. If you guys really like this like little like just chill out and talk about stupid stuff, not stupid stuff, but like story time, I have a whole bunch of other stories that I love telling. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I am done with school until the end of January, at the end of January, so I'm gonna be uploading a lot. I'm so excited. And I might want to do a vlog coming up. I'm sure you guys will see this before Christmas, but I want to do a vlog shopping on Saturday with Tyler. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!